So slow. Good day, family. God bless you. Wherever you are tuning in across the world, you're listening and tuning in to Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard with a special edition called Senior Votes Matter. We're on the other side of this camera, and for those who are watching and tuning in, we have Judge Linda Sackey. Is that correct?
Sackey, yes.
Sackey, that's correct. Okay.
Mhm.
She is a judge currently. She'll tell you more about it, but she's also chosen to use this platform of our Senior Votes Matter to explain why she believes Senior Votes Matter and also what her campaign is about. It is no stranger that everyone knows this is Women's History Month. Woo, woo,
Yes.
woo. Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done. I'm cheering for you. That's my cheerleader.
Love it.
They're over there. But tell us about, well, first let me welcome you and tell us really what has been the last couple of years of your being appointed. That's what I learned about you. So introduce our listening and viewing audience to who you are, if you would, at this time.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you so much for making space for me to come speak with you and your audience. I'm Judge Linda Sackey. So I was appointed to the bench by the Illinois Supreme Court in December of 2024, and that's after another judge retired. So what they do is when there's an open seat because someone retired, the Supreme Court has the authority to appoint someone to fill that seat. And so they chose me, which was a great honor. I'm appointed through the rest of that person's term. And so now in order for me to remain a judge, I need to run for my own term. And so that's what's going on right now. In terms of the past few years, they've been truly amazing. Such an honor to be able to serve the people of Cook County as a judge. I currently sit in the traffic division where I preside over misdemeanor cases like driving under the influence and reckless driving, as well as minor traffic violations. The majority of the people who come before me are self-represented. And, service is always something that has been important to me in my personal life as well as in my professional life. So being able to serve the people of Cook County as a judge has been just a tremendous honor.
Absolutely. That's good news. So let me ask you, these cases, some things, this is what I'm asking every person that's running for office, especially if you've been in a courtroom, what are the things that we can do to assist the process when we are there? How do we plan and prepare for that process?
Yes. Thank you for that question. That's something that I really want to, talk more about and inform the public about, because I know that everybody's time is precious and we all want to get in and out of the courtroom as quickly as possible. So one kind of minor but very important thing that the public can do, if they're coming virtually, they need to put their full name, their first and last name as it is written on the ticket as their screen name. Because a lot of times what happens is I'll have, I can have 60, 70 people on a call at one time. And, half of the screen names will say iPhone or Samsung, etc. I have no idea who you are, unfortunately. And so, you'll have people wait for an hour and they'll be upset. And I'm like, but how can I call you? I don't know who you are.
Oh, very well. That's a
very, very simple thing is just making sure that you've identified yourself as the name on the ticket. And that will help me be able to move the case forward.
I love it. That's a good sign. I mean, I'm very guilty of that too. I have a system and they'll say, who is such and such in room number 2? That's just what my phone does. But anyway, so let's talk about the campaign trail. How has it been? I know most people were out, but even before they had punch numbers. So you've been in the community, you've served. In what area are you going to be serving?
Yes, so I'm a county-wide candidate, meaning everyone in Cook County can vote for me, meaning that I have been traveling throughout the county. I didn't realize exactly how large it was, but Cook is a big county, as it turns out.
Right.
So the campaign trail has been great. I've had the opportunity to connect with a lot of really interesting people and have had good conversations. I love the community events most of all. So between the community events and speaking at schools, I
Hmm.
think those are sort of my favorite things to have done. The community events, I like to hear what people are concerned about, and I want to talk about the things that matter to them. So being out in the community and being able to, learn what their issues and their questions are and being able to address them has been wonderful. And then going out to the schools, over the past 2 weeks, I've been to two middle schools and one university. So the middle school, I went to their career day. The university, they were doing a Black History Month presentation. They had me come speak as part of that. And then the second middle school, it was an event with the National Women Judges Association. And the focus really was to get Black judges in particular into the classroom to talk to the students and let them know that this is a possibility for them. um,
Yes,
I'm not somebody who grew up with any money or any resources, but with kind of proper direction you can get there, and it was really meaningful for me to be able to go in and share that with the students.
absolutely. So let me ask you, um, has the conversation almost been, are some people, when you're in the community, you said you've
Mhm,
been engaging, are
mhm.
some people bringing up the same topics?
People have a lot of different questions that they have,
Mhm.
and some of them I'm not able to answer, not because I'm dodging, but
Sure,
because, Code of Judicial Conduct puts limitations on what judges can speak about. So some people want to talk about immigration, and that's, not really an area that I can speak to in depth on in terms of substantively.
sure,
Some people care about, kind of what's going on with them, their individual circumstances. If they have a matter, I've had a lot of people talk to me about kind of domestic relations type of issues,
mm,
with child support and that sort of thing. And, again, I can't like give legal advice, but in terms of procedures that they can follow, I try to direct people to the best of my ability on that.
absolutely. Now, can you speak on being a daughter of immigrant parents?
Yes.
What does that feel like stepping
Mhm.
into this role and looking after the quality care in the courtroom to people of color?
Mhm.
Or to
So,
the broad, not just people of color, let's be clear,
sure,
to
to
the county
everyone.
of Cook. There
Mhm.
we go. That's the
Mhm.
state.
Yeah, being the daughter of immigrants, my parents are from Ghana, and so they came here, in search of better opportunities, and didn't have they didn't really know how to. This system is different for them and is new to them. So, I didn't have a lot of direction about, how you apply for college, how you get to law school, all of those things we kind of had to figure out on our own. Um, so for me to be able to sit here and now be in a position where I can share that with other people is, truly humbling and wonderful. Being able to be a representative to all people, but to show everyone, that you are able to succeed and move forward, with kind of good decisions, et cetera, is
Mhm.
amazing.
Absolutely. So here is a good, I think I said I was going to surprise you. I hope I can. Let me do this. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, let's do this. Let me try to do it. There, I want to show this picture. It's a picture of you with your beautiful daughter and husband, and
Aw,
it's on your website.
yes.
Is that young lady traveling the trail with you? Is she in the community with you?
So I actually have two daughters. We didn't get a chance
Okay.
to update the picture, but I have I have two toddlers, and yes, they are traveling with me. That has been interesting. We went to three different churches yesterday, and so uh my 4-year old loves kind of engaging with people and talking to people, so she loves it. My 2-year old is sort of like, what's this about, what's going on, and just wants me to hold her the whole time. So
Oh,
it's very rewarding to be able to show my daughters, like my 4-year old knows that I'm a judge. She doesn't fully understand what that means,
yes.
but to be an example and a role model for my children as well as for other people is amazing.
That's beautiful. So this is Women's History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be someone that you would give honor in reference to how you're working, what you're doing, and who would you like to mention this day as Women's History Month and the campaign season in full gear?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, as we said in our virtual green room on the other side, we have 15 days until March 17th. It's
Mm-hmm.
boots on the ground, and we are
Mm-hmm.
asking the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois, let's please increase our voter turnout. Early voting is available. And let me tell you, you can also do this one thing. Go to chicagoelections.gov to get the information you need. So I just
Mm-hmm.
want you to express, who would you give honor to today, this Women's History Month?
Yeah, I have to start at home with my mother.
Yes.
You know, my mother has sacrificed so much. You know, both my parents did, but my mother, you know, has like held my hand throughout, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from childhood. When I got sworn in January of last year, my mother came and stayed with us to help take care of the kids. You know, she has been an example of dedication, of hard work, of sacrifice. And so definitely got to start with mama. Thank you,
Absolutely.
mom.
You work. That's right. We love you, Mama. And let me do this one favor. I just want our viewing and listening audience to hear your voice. I thought it was so compassionate as you spoke. So let's share this with our viewing and listening audience right quick.
In these uncertain times, we need judges who will rule with integrity, fairness, and a deep understanding of the law. I am Judge Linda Sackey, a lifelong resident of Cook County. I have 20 years of legal experience that includes work in private practice and as a clerk for the Chief Justice of the Illinois Supreme Court. I am committed to ensuring that the people who appear before me in court are treated with dignity. As a child of immigrant parents, I learned that hard work, faith, and the support of your family can propel you to accomplish your dreams. I was blessed to graduate from Princeton University and the University of Chicago Law School. I am honored that the Illinois Supreme Court unanimously appointed me to serve as a judge in the Circuit Court of Cook County. In addition to my legal training, I bring the perspective of being a wife and a mother to the courtroom every day. I always remember that the person standing before me is someone's child, spouse, or parent. When you vote in the Democratic primary on March 17th of 2026, vote for fairness, vote for compassion, and vote for a qualified judge. Please vote for me, Judge Linda Sackey.
I love it.
Thank
So
you.
you mentioned a few things.
Mhm.
One is wife,
Mhm.
mother. Where's that balance? Ooh, how do you find that balance? Talk to me. Talk to me.
You know,
How do you
as they
find that
say, the
balance?
struggle is real. Trying to do everything and do it well, it's not easy. And I know every working parent can relate. You know, you want to give to your kids, you want to invest in them, you want to make sure that you're doing your best by them.
Mhm.
And same with your spouse, right? Want to make sure that I am supporting him as he has supported me throughout everything. And I also want to make sure that I am doing my best on the bench. You know, I was appointed to the bench because the court thought I would do a good job, and I want to prove them right. You know, so figuring out how to balance all three, definitely not easy.
Right. So if I could ask you, what are the testimonies that you can share since you were appointed and
Mhm.
that you're now taking on the opportunity to continue this legacy that you created?
Mhm.
What are the
Um, please.
I'm sorry. What are the testimonies that you would share? Not so much detail, but that
Mhm.
the persons that you were helping in the courtroom said,
Mhm.
"Woo, I'm so glad that Judge Sackey is my judge." You
Yeah.
know, they I'm not saying they happy to come to court. Let's be
Mhm.
clear,
Mhm.
but they were, you know, what would the testimony you can share? How you made it maybe a better experience for them?
Yeah, so I've had a woman come up to me in one of the bar association meetings, and she was like, "Do you remember me?" And I was like, "No, not really." But she told me that she had come before me in court a couple of months before, and that she had to bring her children with her because you know she didn't have childcare. So she came in with her kids, and her kids were being kids. You know, they were not sitting still, not being quiet, and that's not something bothers me because I understand. So what I did was I called her as quickly as possible and was able to, kind of help her move forward and process her case quickly. So when she came up to me at that event, she told me, I'm so grateful. Like, you made me feel comfortable. I was really nervous. You made me feel comfortable. And I just appreciated that. And that was just wonderful to hear, because it's not something that like stuck out to me, but that's just the kind of person that I am. And that's the sort of thing that I would do. So to hear that it mattered to someone in that way was it was wonderful.
That's that compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, this is real talk. So as you're on a trail, I've asked every candidate, what is your campaign motivational song? What gets you out there and say, yeah, let's get it done today? What's your motivational song?
So one of my campaign songs, I'll have to say, is Beyonce's "Run the World." Girls.
Right.
It's my hype song when I'm like getting ready to go out.
I love it. Okay. And so the other question is, we are using the platform Senior Votes Matter.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say to our senior and veteran voters, the loyal voters of our city and state? What would you like to say to them at this time?
I would like to say thank you, because I know that like the voting percentages for seniors are extremely high. And I think that that's something that with experience, senior voters understand the importance of voting and of how it impacts everyone's lives. So, thank you to the senior voters for being, a dedicated voting bloc and getting out there and, making your voice heard for the rest of the county. I would like to share that, I am asking for your vote because I'm a person who is diligent, a person who is considerate of the people who come before me. I'm fair, and, want to serve the people of Cook County with integrity. So thank you for being such a strong voting bloc, and I am asking for your vote.
Absolutely. So we got a few more minutes. What will be your closing remarks if we didn't cover anything? I did a little research enough to know that we are friends now, but what would you like to cover that maybe I didn't get to be your closing statement?
We've talked about so many good things, and I thank you for that. It has been just a very easy and pleasant conversation, so I appreciate you. I would like to, just reiterate that I've been serving for over a year as a judge. And so I'm kind of a known quantity in terms of the kind of person. You don't have to guess about the kind of judge that I would be, because numerous people have appeared before me and have spoken about, my abilities on the bench. I'm honored to be endorsed by numerous respected individuals and organizations. The Third Ward, Alderman Pat Dow has endorsed me. Numerous others. I don't want to start naming names because I'm going to forget people, but I'm endorsed by a lot of people because I am someone who is doing the job and doing the job well, and will continue to, focus on justice and fairness for everyone who comes before me.
Absolutely. So do us a great favor and tell everyone your punch number, and let's get the vote out. I can only tell you, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, we need to increase our voter turnout to respect for those judges and all candidates that are running. We need to show voter turnout at a record number, and we should also consider doing it in honor of the Reverend Jexy Jackson, as he had a very strong advocacy for voting rights. Let's do it for ourselves and the ones who've gone before us, and let's do it for our future. Let's get out to vote. Let's get out to vote. Let's get out to vote. Early voting has started already. It's Women's History Month, and our special guest today was Judge Linda Sackey. Let me tell you, her punch number is
134.
134. That's right. Get out there and vote.
Yes.
And if you want more information on her, we're going to be posting it on Senior Votes Matter. On our YouTube page, you'll find this show, and it also on Senior Talk with me, Claire Hubbard. Senior Talk Media has /Senior Votes Matter. All your information is there as well. God bless you all. Thank you for making us a part of your day. And we will see you next time for Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard. This has been a Senior Votes Matter edition. Everyone, don't forget to get out and vote. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Be careful and safe travels in the community when you're out. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
My pleasure.